Coming up on Tech Thing, the OnePlus 3T. Is this the best mid-price Android phone? Last-minute stocking stuffers for the geeks in your life. Some picks for Xbox One gamers, making headphones more comfortable, and more. All coming up on Tech Thing. Thank you, patrons. Without your support via patreon.com/techthing, we would not be able to make the show for you each and every week. Please join the crew that makes Tech Thing possible at patreon.com/techthing.
I'm Shannon Morse.
And I'm Patrick Norton.
And this is Tech Thing, where we have something useful in every show.
Abso-smurfly.
Abso-smurfly.
I haven't said that in a while. The last Android phone review of 2016.
The last one. I think so. Yeah, we'll definitely have more next year.
Oh my goodness.
As usual.
Possibly even at CES, although I don't think there'll be a lot of Android announcements. Well, you know what? Oh, actually, I take that back. There'll be Honor, there'll be Blue, there'll be Huawei, there'll be, you know what? Ignore me. CES
Some of the
coming.
Competitors will be there. Not all of them, though.
So many exciting things. Let us know what you want us to cover at CES 2017, which is coming in just days, it feels like. Man, and also, have you seen the whole Uber battle?
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, Uber's been testing autonomous vehicles in San Francisco, like without the proper, I'll call it licensing. Permitting is probably a better word for it. But yeah, Uber.
It's weird.
Just doing what Uber's gonna Uber.
Apparently. Yeah, they don't care about the laws. All right, so moving on
and
today.
And that red light it ran?
Huh?
Apparently they caught an Uber running a red light.
Yeah.
Driver, not the autonomous vehicle.
Sure, that's what they say.
Trust. I'm feeling so much trust right now.
So moving on today, we have the OnePlus 3T in for review. So I wanted to check this out since we also had the OnePlus 3 in earlier this year, and this is supposed to be kind of an upgraded version.
And this is the first OnePlus phone where it hasn't been like you gotta know somebody.
No, it's not.
Okay.
You can actually get one of these without an invite, which is great. I believe you could do the same thing with the OnePlus 3 a few months prior, but it's basically a refreshed, upgraded version of the OnePlus 3. Not a lot of changes, but a few that are worth noting. So first off, this thing costs $439 for the 64 gig or $479 for the 128 gig version. So there's only two versions for storage, but you have that option, which is nice. And it did release in November, so it's fairly new. And it comes in two different colors. So there's the silver, which looks quite lovely, I think. I like silver phones. It matches my glasses. And they also have, of course, a gold version because everybody loves gold, apparently, for their devices. I don't know. You guys can enjoy your gold. I don't like gold.
I gotta move to rose gold, my whole lifestyle.
Rose gold.
Oh yeah.
So this did get an upgrade in the battery. It moved from 3,000 to 3,400 milliampere. Nice. It is not removable, just like the previous one, but it does have that fast charging with the included dash charger. The charger looks just like the one from the OnePlus 3, and it works almost exactly the same. You can get about 60% of this charged in about 30 minutes. I did test it, and that number is correct. So it works really, really well, very, very quick. And it's about the same size, too. It's 5.5 inches, and it does have a step down from the screen size of, or the pixels, than a lot of competition on the market right now. You see a lot of ones that are out there that are Quad HD. This one is 1080 by 1920, so it is full, you know, 1080, full HD.
For a screen that size, I mean, the Quad HD
The only reason, I can't argue, the only reason you would want that is if you're doing like VR. And you're holding it this close to your eyes, which hopefully you're not doing that. But that's pretty much the only reason. It does have 401 pixels per inch, so really, really nice and compact. And it's an AMOLED display, so it gives you really vibrant colors. They get nice and dark. If you want that dark, crisp black of blackness, it's very, very nice. At the lowest brightness, it gets very, very dim. And at the highest brightness, it gets very, very bright. So they did a really good job on that, even in the sunlight.
So you're ready to go from sunshine to playing games in a dark room.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. You can also switch to sRGB if you don't like the vibrant colors. That's available in the settings, and the settings are fairly easy to get to on the Oxygen operating system. This one comes with the Snapdragon 821 Qualcomm processor as well. So that is a new upgraded Snapdragon processor. It's a bit of an upgrade from the old 820s, and it's quite snappy. It's very, very fast. It's very responsive. So I was able to do like multitasking, no problem. I was able able to watch videos on YouTube with YouTube Red and like browse the internet and buy some stuff on one of my apps at the same time. So it was very good.
There's 6 gigs of RAM in that thing.
There are, yeah, 6 gigs of RAM. So I think that's the new trend that we're seeing this year is 6 gigs of RAM for Android phones, including these 400 price point ones. Very, very responsive as well. And then again, it only comes with those 2 sizes.
Did it feel as snappy, or was the performance kind of equivalent to your Pixel phone?
I would say that it's on par with the Pixel phone, yeah.
That cost twice as much?
Yeah, I know. So for $400, you can get a very snappy phone with 6 gigs of RAM. There is no extra storage slot. I did want to mention that too. So, you know, a lot of people I know, they would probably want that, especially if you want like 256 gigs or something like that. Right. The only one you have is 128. So that's kind of a bummer. Moving on to the camera, I did take some photos with both my Pixel and the OnePlus 3T.
Speaking of bummers.
Yeah, speaking of bummers. So this one comes with a 16 megapixel camera. It's f2.0 for the rear camera, and it does have the optical image stabilization, which is very cool. And then it does do 2160p at 30 FPS for video, so really high quality video. It also, and this is really cool, upgraded the front camera, so the front one is also 16 megapixels with f2.0, and it does 1080p recording, which is huge upgrade from the past one that was like 8 megapixels, I believe.
Okay.
So the front camera, big upgrade. The back camera, not so much. But for pictures, and if I run through these real quick, you'll see a huge difference. So this is the OnePlus 3T, just giving you a detail, giving you some clarity of how well it brings out different colors and vibrancy and stuff like that. This is the Pixel. This is a non-HDR photo, so this is the exact colors that I'm seeing. You can see a big difference with the colors here. They're a lot brighter on the Pixel XL, not so much on the OnePlus 3T.
Was this with a flash or just room
No,
light?
this is just room light. This is my cat with the OnePlus 3T to give you an idea of how well it brings out different pieces of her fur. Not so well. If I zoom in on this,
It's a little smushy, doesn't it?
Oop, there we go. Yeah, it gets a little bit blurry. Yeah, you can see some major, and she was just standing very still there. And this is the same picture, well, something similar, where she's also standing still again, but this is with the Google Pixel phone. Now this one almost makes it too sharp.
Wow.
But you can really see the clarity of all her different pieces of fur. So that gives you a great idea of how well the Pixel is compared to the OnePlus 3T. Moving on, this is just another picture. This is an HDR with the OnePlus 3T. It looks very close to accurate colors. And then this is HDR with the Pixel. So I think the Pixel does better with HDR because the colors are a huge difference. This one almost looks washed out with HDR. This one does not with the Pixel.
I wonder if that's something, those two issues, the sort of maybe over compression and the color, I wonder if that's something you can actually fix with a firmware update.
You know, I would hope so. I think it could be because most of this does just work in software. So it's totally possible that they could fix that in a future setting. And then as you just saw, this is a selfie and this is on the OnePlus 3T. It did a very good job. It's very crisp. So you can definitely see an increase in quality from the old OnePlus 3 to the OnePlus 3T with the 16 megapixels. And this is the Pixel XL. And this one is actually very close to that one, other than the fact that, you know, this one looks a little zoomed in. The OnePlus 3T and the Pixel XL does not. This one gives you a little bit more room to work with. It is a wider lens, yes. It's very wide. But yeah, that's basically gives you an example of the two compared. Obviously, yes, one of them is twice the price, the other one is not, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I wasn't super impressed. Now, with video quality though, this one did a great job. Cool. It was much better with bringing out the colors in low light than the Pixel did. Surprisingly. Yeah, the Pixel was a little bit greenier. And I was just like, maybe I should use this for my podcasting. So it does come with Android 6.0.1, but it is skinned with OnePlus's Oxygen OS. It does have NFC included. Yes, there is a headphone jack, in case you were wondering. There is a USB-C charging port at the bottom. It's very quick. Something cool about OnePlus 3 and the OnePlus 3T is both of them come with 2 SIM slots, just in case you travel and you need an international one, for example. So that's just like the OnePlus 3. And it has a fingerprint sensor on the front. I found that sometimes it didn't figure out which finger I was putting there, even though it was supposed to unlock. So it had kind of a problem, but it still worked most of the time. It's very lightweight. I really enjoyed working with it. There is only one speaker on the bottom. Just like the Pixel XL, that's a problem for me because I like to listen to loud music. At the loudest, it's very harsh and tinny, and it kind of hurt my ears. It is much better at medium volume. There's basically no bass at all, but that's to be expected from a phone speaker.
Right.
And the last thing for the OnePlus 3T is it's not water resistant at all. There's no water resistance in this whatsoever. So don't drop it in the toilet. Keep that in mind. Overall, I would say it's a great phone for $400. I think it's probably one of the best ones out there that you can buy for around that price point, especially now that Google has increased their prices so much from the Nexus line to the Pixels. Like, this one's a great choice. It might be better than like the Motorola ones that are around that price point too, so keep that in mind.
Keep an eye out, people. We're going to be at CES, and we want to know what you want us to cover. AskATechThing.com. And yes, it's going to be a long time before the iPhone 8.
Are you guys running out of time like I am to pick up Christmas gifts? I still have a few people on my list. If you need some last-minute geeky stocking stuffers, we have some ideas for you.
Yes, we do.
Patrick, take it away.
Oh my goodness. Do you have a Home Depot near your house? You probably do if you live in the United States. Huge fan of Leatherman's pocket tools. My current favorite, Leatherman, the Skeletool 7-in-1 all-purpose multi-tool on shelves in Home Depot. Major sale price of $29.88 because I think I paid $65 for my first one. Jeez. And if you're not into the Skeletools, they have at least 4 that should be in stock. The handy sidekick's really nice. These are fantastic prices for these. I love having a Leatherman in my pocket at all times.
Leathermans are awesome.
If if they're playing around a lot with if they're wiring, soldering, if they don't have a self-adjusting wire stripper, these are fantastic. Robert Heron and I were talking about this the other day on AVXL, or maybe the other month on AVXL. Well, what they do is it clamps the wire in here and then automatically strips the sheathing off. Does a really clean job, makes it really easy to you can basically adjust the stop and get the exact same amount of insulation cut off every wire you pull it.
Does that get like really small for the measurements?
Yes.
Ooh, I should get one of those. My stripper is not that good.
Those are awesome, and those sell for like $15.
Wow.
If you have somebody with, that wire stripper costs $22. You can get a different brand, which is very similar for about $15. I just like Klein tools because they're just extremely sturdy. All the electricians carry them. Velcro reusable ties are amazing. Whether you get the basic, if you have somebody with a cable nightmare, these things are awesome. There's a whole Velcro section at your hardware store, I bet, and these sell for like $6. This is
also excellent if you guys work in a podcasting studio. Velcro, amazing.
There's one.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
There's one.
We had to buy like a bulk supply of Velcro, and we had a big circle of like this many. I don't know, maybe 1,000.
They come in a 50 pack for $5.27.
That's awesome.
If you're reorganizing your media stash, they are super. Look at that, $5.27, people, for 50. It's like a lifetime supply for an average human being. And oh yes, there's more of them. External drives are always nice.
Definitely.
It's amazing. Give somebody the gift of backing up their stuff. Western Digital's My Passport and Seagate's Backup Plus are solid. I've been alternating between the two, depending on which one was in stock at Costco. Costco keeps them in stock. Best Buy keeps them in stock. Target has them. Amazon. Best Buy's
pretty much everybody.
Been very competitive. Yeah, I mean, it's also crazy like how many there are now, starting with like, let's see, $50 for 1 terabyte, and we should see some 4 terabyte ones, but these are just the ones they keep in stock at the store. The list goes, and look, there's gold. Because it's a thing. Something that came out recently from Amazon and Seagate is the Duet Cloud Syncing Portable External Hard Drive. It's interesting. Automatically backs up the content of the 1 terabyte drive up to an Amazon drive. Online drive.
Weird.
So it's $99, which is like twice the cost of a typical 1 terabyte external drive. But
it's giving you that 3-2-1 backup plan.
Yes.
It's automatically backing up to the cloud. That's really cool.
Yes, this is like the mom backup drive for me. Just in case in the infinitesimal possibility that my mom, if she's watching, which is not going to happen, she'd be like,
hi.
Yep. just make it work, son. But it basically gives you like the unlimited Amazon Drive plan for a year, which is really, really cool.
Oh, that's nice.
What else do we have in here? Oh, you and I are both big fans of this.
Yes, we are. That's the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite e-reader. It's currently on sale for $100, and that is an awesome, awesome price point. Although, pro tip, make sure that you get the one that has the built-in light, and that is the $100 price point one, because the built-in light is amazing, especially if you're like me and you like to read in the middle of the night, and like your snubs hubs is trying to fall asleep and you don't want to wake them up. Or in your case, your wife. So it's a thing. It's well worth the money.
Yeah, and my wife constantly reads hers in bed.
Me
and
too.
It just doesn't bother me at all. Raspberry Pi 3s are pretty awesome stocking stuffers. I'm also a big, huge fan of Adafruit. If you've never been to Adafruit's website, by the way, Adafruit has gift certificates. They have amazing ideas for projects and toys.
Yes, they do.
And if there's somebody geeky you know, get them a gift certificate because there's amazing stuff on that website. Raspberry Pis are still selling for like $35, $39.95. If you get somebody one, get them a micro SD card and a power supply so they can get it going.
I've also seen those in local stores like Fry's Electronics. If you are looking for a local one and say you missed the shipping deadline for Christmas, you can still get one in some local stores.
Nice. I had to slide this in.
What is that? Is that a waffle maker?
It is the keyboard waffle iron. Normally I don't go for kitchen gadgetry, but this is just entirely too ridiculous.
Oh my goodness.
To resist. $70 is a little steep for a waffle iron, but you know. I just thought it was so odd. I wanted to drop
love
it in there.
So geeky. If you're not sure that somebody's going to buy a waffle iron shaped like a keyboard, you might want to get them a gift card. There are Amazon gift cards, Best Buy, iTunes does gift cards now. There's the Play Store if you have an Android user in your life. You can probably pick one up at your local supermarket. I also know that places like CVS, Walgreens, all of those pack like all the digital gift cards that you could ever need. I've even seen some places that have like Steam gift cards. So it's entirely possible to get a gift card for pretty much anybody.
Right, up until the point like the supermarket or the drugstore. There's one supermarket to me, there's like an 8-foot tower of gift cards. And
it's the best.
Oh my goodness. Explaining a gift card to a 4-year-old.
That would be really fun.
Looking forward to never having to do that again. Spotify, get folks going premium for better audio. Tidal has gift cards, but they only sell them at GameStop, Best Buy, and select Walmart locations.
Walmart? Wow.
I don't know.
Okay.
But I mean, Tidal, you know, the Tidal's like streaming lossless FLAC. That's pretty. If there's an audio nerd in your life, and I got to say, the Spotify streaming is really, really good.
You can also gift a game on Steam too, and it's very easy to do so through their website. You can simply go over there and you can enter somebody's email address and pay for it on the site, and it'll automatically send them the Steam gift card the morning of Christmas or whatever date that you choose.
Aww.
Yeah, it's a great way to surprise them on Christmas morning in their email inbox. I've done it before. It's really sweet.
It's so cute. Oh my goodness, extra USB cables, batteries, micro SD cards, rechargeable batteries.
You might think those are boring gifts, but to be honest, like everybody needs those things.
Nothing worse than having the new toy, but not having the batteries for the new toy.
Exactly.
Just saying. Plus, if you open the stockings first and the kids find batteries, and they're like, what's this for? Your flashlight, son. They're for your flashlight.
There you go.
Flashlights are really, really good. Oh my goodness. And hey, they're a sponsor, but that doesn't make iFixit's Essential Electronics Toolkit any less awesome. There is a whole mess of tools in here for a whopping $19.95. And hey, if you order, please use ifixit.com/techthing. and show your love.
I love it. So many good ideas. Let us know what your picks are as well and what you are gifting the tech nerds in your life. You can tweet at TechThing or you can email us as well, ask@techthing.com, and we would love to share your experiences too.
If you're whipping through the stores on December 24th, just fire out a tweet. We may be around.
There you go.
And we'll share it.
Yeah.
Share all the tweets. Got a question? Curious to see us review something here on TechThing? Got a tip or an idea you want to share with the crew? Please fire them out to ask@techthing.com, or you can tweet at TechThing, at Snubs, or at Patrick Dorton. And hey, if you want to be part of the crew that makes the show possible, please contribute to the show at patreon.com/techthing. Just $1 will make a difference, and you get access to our patron-only treats. Thank you for your patronage. You make the show possible. And hey, If you can't donate, we totally understand. Keep sending in emails, and if you could spare a moment or two, give our video the thumbs up on YouTube, or like our Facebook page, or review Tech Thing on iTunes, your favorite podcaster. We would appreciate it because it all helps. Thank you so much for supporting the show, no matter how you do it. If you're looking for a gift for the Xbox gamer in your life, we got a few choices for you.
Yes, we do.
So you're Xbox, not PlayStation? Can I start a console war?
What? I'm not going to do this. No.
PC gaming!
My husband has a PlayStation and I have an Xbox One. So we have both of them. Well, we have a PS3, so we never upgraded, but yeah, we have an
You're making it work though, you crazy kids!
And we also have all the Nintendo consoles except for the Wii, or Wii U. So anyway, I did pick up a couple of different low-priced options if you do have an Xbox One gamer and you're still looking for a gift, possibly a stocking stuffer for that Xbox One gamer in your life. Both of these work together, which is really, really cool. So this first one is called the PDP Battlefield 1 official wired controller for Xbox One and PC, and it is officially licensed, because who doesn't want officially licensed products? This is Windows compatible, so you want to use it with like your Steam games, for example, and it costs $59.99, although word on the street is you can find it a little bit cheaper on Amazon right now, so
shocking.
FYI. So it does come with a detachable USB braided cable,
Nice.
which does have the Velcro thing with it, so that's very nice if you want to travel with it. It's very, very long, and it does come with onboard audio control, which is really, really cool. It has a vibration feedback, and it has an onboard audio jack as well for a 3.5 millimeter audio.
So you don't need the 40-foot cable.
For example, you can plug it in to those headphones that I'm also reviewing. So the audio button allows for really quick adjustments to the mic and the volume. So for example, you can press it and you can mute the mic, or you can press it a few times and adjust the volume up and down.
Oh, that's cool.
The vibration feedback on this is really, really strong. So whether or not you like vibration might make you want to buy this or make you not want to buy it, because it is so strong, and it's like kind of scary if it's sitting on a table and it vibrates because it's so loud.
So you can feel the Battlefield. And
You can legit feel it.
And this is $60 for the controller, not
Yes.
$60 for the controller and Battlefield 1.
No,
Okay.
just the controller, which is supposed to be like Battlefield 1 licensed or whatever.
It feels so
It's textured,
luxurious.
yes. So it does work with the Xbox One or PC, and since it is USB, it's easily plug and play. You don't have to deal with any software or anything like that. Now, one of the coolest things with this is those multi-function buttons. So those are a couple of wheels on the bottom that you can customize to do up to 6 different programmable actions. So you can duplicate, for example, the X, Y, A, and B buttons on the front, or you can duplicate the triggers, and it's all very easy to program. So
Nice.
for example, what I would do is I would choose this center button, which allows me to program 3 different options. So I can do program 1 will let me press up on one of the wheels, and that is actually going to hit the A button, except in this case, if I'm strafing in a game, so if I'm like, running around on FPS and I want to hit a gun real quick, or I want to fire something real quick, and I don't necessarily want to take my thumb off of, my movement, I can instead trigger the A button with the wheel. So I can hit that while I'm also strafing at the same time. So it gives you kind of that multi-function ability in your game by duplicating these buttons on the front. And that is really, really cool, and it works really, really well. So I was very impressed with that. I loved it. The Xbox One button isn't backlit whenever it's on. So keep that in mind if for some reason that's the reason why you would buy it. It doesn't light up. I really like the soft texture of the handles, which Patrick was like gaping over. Oh, it's so pretty. It is very nice. It's textured. It feels kind of rubberized, and it helps you keep your grip on it so it doesn't feel like sweaty with like hard plastic would. It is a very nice upgrade, but only if you're okay with wired, because you cannot use this without the wire. So it's not like Bluetooth, and it's not rechargeable or anything like that. So it's just with the wire. So keep that in mind.
No wireless?
No wireless, I know, but I prefer wired. I like wired.
Wires never fail, except when they do.
So the second option that you have for a gamer, and it is compatible with the controller as well. This is the Plantronics RIG 400HX stereo gaming headset for the Xbox One. And you can find this over at the Plantronics website if you're looking to buy it, and it is $49.99, so about $50 MSRP. This is very, very lightweight, and it's also very, very plasticky. So whether you like that or not, it's kind of a weird way how you adjust the size, because it comes in a very, very small size when you take it out of the box. And to adjust it, and I'll do this for my camera here, you pop out one of the ear pieces, and then you pop it back into one of the size compartments.
So 3 to 6 sizes fit all.
That's how you adjust it. It's a little bit weird. The size of the headphones for me is great because it perfectly fits, and I just popped it out again. Let me pop it back in for you.
For those of us with larger ears, you may find it irritating because it will manage to sit on both the top and bottom of your ear simultaneously.
So if I do pop this out again, you can see how small this like concave area is.
It's more on ear than
It's more on ear for people with larger ears. For me, my ear fits perfectly inside of there. It is memory foam though, which is very, very nice because it does offer like a lot of comfort to you as well. So I didn't get tired of wearing them on my head for like 2-3 hours at a time.
It's like a nice breathable cloth, so you won't get sweaty ears.
Yes, absolutely. I love the cloth. It's very comfortable. It is wired as well. There is no Bluetooth in here. It's not like you can't, do wireless or anything with it, so keep that in mind. It does come with the 3.5 millimeter jack, so you can plug it into the controller like I mentioned, which is awesome. I love compatibility, it's so cool. It does have sound isolation, but it's not canceling, so I can easily hear outside noises whenever I'm wearing these on my head. So yeah, that's
that can be a plus.
It could be a plus, or it could be negative, depending on people who are trying to talk to you, which I'm always doing with my husband. Snubs Hubs, can you hear me? And he can never hear me with his headphones. Maybe he should wear these instead. The microphone on here is also detachable, which is really cool. So if you don't need the mic, you can always just, tuck it away somewhere, or you can plug it back in very easily, and it does move around a little bit. It's kind of springy though, so whenever you move it into place, it's going to bounce back a little bit. Yeah, so you'll have to overbend it. It is noise canceling, it is adjustable, and it feels very nicely made. It doesn't feel like it's going to break. Whenever I was playing games with my husband, he said that my voice was clear, easily heard. He didn't hear my breathing, which sometimes you can get with these close-up microphones. That's a problem. It's a problem.
Move to the right, we're going to strafe.
Exactly. When I was playing different games with my audio turned up, he couldn't hear the game audio bleed from the headphones to the outside world, except for during loud explosions. So he could hear some of the explosions, and I tested this with Dragon Age Inquisition to give you an idea of what kind of explosions I was listening to. The inline mute switch is found here, and there is also a volume up and down control. So I like that these are included right there. I would actually probably prefer that they were on the headset itself, because then you don't have to worry about finding it.
Right, you don't have to follow the cable down.
You don't have to follow the cable,
and then turn it around or reach the button. That's always frustrating.
So the most important part, of course, is the audio coming out of this. It has two 40 millimeter drivers. It is very loud and very crisp, but it is definitely stereo. So these don't even try to market as surround sound, which a lot of headsets, especially in gaming, the gaming industry do. But it doesn't hurt to listen at any high volume. It's not tinny, it's not harsh.
It doesn't fall apart as you turn the
No,
volume
it
up.
really doesn't. It doesn't break apart. Yeah, exactly. So I really liked the stereo quality on these, but the bass is slightly lacking. I wish there was just a little bit more bass. Again, there is no Bluetooth, so you do have to plug them in somewhere, hopefully into a controller. These are a good entry-level $50 headset that you can choose from. Nowhere near the quality of the fancy Bluetooth surround sound headsets like the one that I use at home for my Xbox One gaming, but it's also $50. It's comfortable and it has great stereo. So if you don't need surround sound, if you're not playing FPS, maybe you're playing an adventure game, for example, don't necessarily need to hear make it feel like somebody's stepping up behind you about to,
rip your face off.
Yeah, rip your face off in an FPS, but it's great for stereo comfort. Do you like them?
They're not bad. They're not my favorite.
Yeah.
But they're $50.
Yeah, exactly.
They are really plastic.
I think kids would really like them.
They are really plastic.
Yes, they are. It's a great choice if you are on a budget, and so is this for $60 or like $45 on Amazon. So keep these in mind if you're still looking for a gift for the Xbox One gamer in your life. We got a question from Sean who writes in, Patrick and Shannon, based on your recommendation, I picked up a pair of Sony MDR7506 headphones for my girlfriend to use around the house. She kept taking my Bose QC15s because they were a lot more comfortable for her ears. Last week I scoured the web and ended up with a new set of Earpads for the Sony headphones. Since I swapped them on, she loves the Sony headphones. The Earpads are more than twice as thick and leave plenty of room for your ears to not touch the headphone. I thought some other viewers might like to know they can change the Earpads on many of the headphones you have recommended and possibly make them more comfortable. Thanks, from Sean. That's awesome.
It is awesome.
I have never changed out the headphone earpieces on my Sonys.
I've done it for several headphones that I've owned for a long time.
Yeah.
But I've usually would replace the original headphones on some Grados, which is a personal favorite. I've done both replacing old Earpads that I've worn out.
Yeah.
Or tweak them around to see if if they sound different. In any case, I'm not going to go down this particular hole.
Tangent.
Tangent. Swapping earpads is definitely a thing, either for comfort or to tune the audio a wee bit. For audio geeks, there's a ton of conversation around Hi-Fi Man, Fostex, AKG, lots of headphone geeks. Tweak them. Another option to the Brainwaves. So these are the Brainwaves HM5 velour memory foam, which is I think what you put on those Sony MDR
those are pretty.
7506s. Yeah, they are, and they're really, really comfy. And that's the Sony MDR 7506. A lot of people like these Beyerdynamic, I want to say DT250. And those will fit the Sony MDR 7506s, Audio-Technica's AT-HM50, and lots of others. There are tons. I mean, literally hundreds of entries on mods like headphone mods like this on the headfi.org forums or head-fi.org forums. Lifehacker's written about them too.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Brainwave pads. These are, I'm pretty sure, the same ones that our friend Michael put in his Monoprice 8323s. So those Monoprice 8323s, right? That's like, you got $20, you got $16, I got you a pair of headphones worth listening to. But these are like, I want to say they're polyurethane earpads, something crazy like that.
Yeah.
The Brainwaves earpads made them much more comfortable and much less sweaty, especially during extended
They get
video.
really sweaty too.
Yeah.
They don't breathe.
They don't breathe, not at all. Audio geeks use pads to tune the sound coming from their headphones.
Oh.
That's a very, very popular mod for Fostex T50RPs.
That's cool.
There's like a set of sheer earpads people use for that. Which reminds me, remember the Night Owl Carbons that I reviewed a while ago?
Yes, I do.
So they actually come with two sets of earpads, right? They basically have like the protein leather and the velour ones. Hopefully I have protein leather and velour right. Apparently I had it backwards regarding how the earpads are supposed to tune the sound. The protein leather pads, quote, seal tighter for better isolation and slightly enhanced treble clarity. The ultra suede pad breathe freer for greater comfort and slightly reduced bass impact. I thought the bass seemed more prevalent with the ultra suede because maybe they dialed down the treble a little bit, but it also might just be me and my giant ears. I should also point out the price of the Night Owl Carbons is $699, and that the Nighthawk Carbon is made out of the same liquid wood as the original Nighthawks. They've just painted it. So it's pretty cool. They basically take wood. It's plastic made out of wood. I don't know how else to describe it. But if you are looking for a really serious audiophile bargain, the AudioQuest Nighthawk wood headphones are on sale for $350 now, which is a smokin' deal because they originally came out for $600.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, those prices may sound insane, but I don't think you're going to get a better sound until you spend about $1,500.
Yeah.
And it may not be better; it may just be different.
Wow.
Okay, it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a total thing.
It's not an addiction; it's a lifestyle choice. Yeah.
That's okay. I'm glad I know somebody that's such an audio geek. It definitely helps me pick the best quality products.
Well,
in my budget.
Yes. Well, hey, we've covered $16 to $699
yes,
in the last
couple
minutes. Oh my goodness.
All right, I think that about wraps up this episode. But remember, once in a while, you can put down your phone, step away from the screen. I hope you're doing that for the holidays. Close your laptop and do something analog, like, for example, and this is my pick this week, but I love your picks too. Go to Six Flags America or some other theme park and check out their light shows. So this is the light show that was happening at the Six Flags America near Washington, D.C. I absolutely loved it. It was beautiful. And they had a Santa for my little nephews and nieces. It was so cute.
Yay.
So highly recommend, especially if they're still doing light shows up till Christmas, because it's so beautiful and it's a great way to have some family time with your family.
Family time.
Make sure to send us your analog ideas. We would love, love, love to feature them on the show. I don't get to go outside all the time, so I would love to see what you guys are doing as well. Email those to ask@techthing.com, or you can tweet them to @techthing as well.
It makes it sound like you live in a box.
I live in a hobbit hole. I
in
can't.
the back of
This is the one time I've
warehouse.
been outside in the last month, and
So sad. Oh my goodness.
I'm working.
Back in the box. I'm Patrick Norton.
I'm Shannon Morse.
We'll see you next week on Tech Thing. Yeah, it puts the lotion in the basket. You go back in the box, made me think of it puts the lotion in the basket. I saw a license plate ring. It was like,
Did it say that?
It puts the lotion in the basket. And all I could think was like, what?
That's awkward.
And where did they get that? And what other terrifying license plate rings can you get if
That's
you can
so
get
weird.
it puts the lotion in the basket?
Why would you put that on the back of your car?
Maybe they wanted to see if people would rear end them or something.
That's so
like,
weird.
It puts the, I'm like slowing down. Yep, it puts the lotion in the basket. Okay, I'm gonna get on the, gotta go.
Get away from that car.
I see a lot of scary stuff on 880 on a Tuesday morning.
Yeah, I believe it. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and thank you so much to everybody who is supporting our show. We really appreciate it, and it's because of you that we're able to do this show on to 2017, so really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Please keep watching, and hey, like we said, ask@techthing.com or tweet at us with your CES curiosity.
And we'll see you next week. Woo! Bye, everybody.
Take care.